guys, we're the Garso twins. I'm Britta. And I'm Carli. We would love it if you would subscribe down below and hit the bell so you're notified when we upload. We are doing a get ready with us. We do these a lot, but we really love filming them. So grab a seat and all your makeup and get ready with us. Okay, so most of these aren't really new products, but I'm trying to do kind of like a summery look, or like a more, just not so neutral, I guess I should say. Yeah, I'm using, oh sorry, my throat. I'm using some like more like pink tones on my lips and cheeks, and then an eyeshadow palette that I don't use enough on my eyes. So I'm using this Fit Glow corrector. I still have this sample. It's like lasted me forever, and it's just a really nice like creamy corrector. I'm going in with the Luminous Silk foundation. We got Botox for the first time. I think we talked about this in a video. Yeah, in our vlog, which will be up before this. About a week ago. So I feel like we haven't seen like the full effects, but I haven't worn like an actual foundation since. So I'm anxious to see if like my fine lines on my forehead look reduced with foundation on, because that's really the only time I ever saw any fine lines. Like when I don't have makeup on, I never really noticed them, but I did with foundation. So let's see how this looks. I'm putting some Hollywood Flawless Filter just on the high points of my cheeks for some added glow. This product is so nice. I only really wear it like under makeup, but it's so nice. I really need to wash my makeup brushes. Oh my god. I love this foundation. It's just the best. I'm just taking some of that L'Oreal primer. I know they don't make this anymore. Oh, they don't? Jen said they like discontinued it, I think. Sad. Anywho, I'm going in with the Makeup Forever Reboot foundation. I used to use this all the time before I got the one Carli's using. But I'm kind of just trying to use it up because I'm sure it's expired or almost expired, and I don't have that much left. And I wore it the other day, and it wore really well. And it looks really good on the skin. I like both of these. And I know some people say, like Makeup Kellyanne has said before, that she thinks that it's a dupe, the Reboot foundation for the Luminous Silk. And I tend to agree, because I feel like they kind of provide the same finish. The fragrance in the Reboot foundation is just like very intense, which I don't really like. So that's one of the main reasons why I've reached for Luminous Silk more. And the shade. I like the shade in this Reboot foundation. I'm Y244, and it's not like a great match. It's a little yellow. And in Luminous Silk, it's a pretty good match. I forget what we are, but... Okay, I'm using the Say Concealer in shade 2. I used this, I believe, in our last Get Ready when I had just purchased it. And I now have an opinion that I do really like it. And I'm really surprised by that, but I think that it's really luminous and beautiful. It wears nicely. So I don't love the shade. Like I said, I'm really like anxious for them to come out with more shades, but you'll see me blend it right now, and it just like blends out like, I mean, easier than any other concealer I've ever blended. And the coverage isn't incredible, but it's like enough for me, for my under eyes. And I have pretty dark, well, since we started using the Herbivore Vitamin C, my under eyes look much better and much lighter. But I have dark circles, and I feel like it's enough, and it creases like a tiny bit if I use too much product, but I just tap my fingers in throughout the day, and it just looks fresh. Like, it continues to look fresh and luminous, and with my aging under eyes, that's what I need. So I really like this. It really surprised me. Okay, sorry for the break. We had to let the dogs out. They're both right here. They're being Stage 5 clingers, as always. I'm going to mix the Fit Glow Beauty Concealer and the One Size Concealer, which is my usual combo. I love the coverage of the Fit Glow, the way it looks and wears under the skin, but the shade is a little bit light. And then because the One Size is a little bit more matte, I feel like it kind of is like the perfect finish. Oh, lay down. What is that? Laying down. And yeah, so I really like that Say Concealer. It is just a little dark, so like I wish it was a little more like light, like a tad lighter under my eyes. And I did bring that on my eyelids, and now I'm like, oh, it's like really hot out today. Yeah. So I just tried to clean that up because I think it'll fall off. We're trying to go for a walk later, so we'll see how that goes in this heat. And I'm going to use the Cosmetics So Soft Stick in Terra. I realize I'm like almost out of this. I have to order a new one. I use it like nearly every day. It's like the perfect like contour sort of shade.
Yeah, I would say it's like my most worn contour
too. Today I'm going to be using the Beauty Pie one just because I haven't used it in a little bit, even though I don't know why they discontinued that product.
Yeah,
So
I know.
strange.
There's some good new Beauty Pie stuff. I was just saying I want to place an order.
Yeah.
Today. I feel like there's, where do I want to go?
She's right over there. Don't worry about her. She's fine.
Okay. I feel like now, like, I hear so many influencers talking about Beauty Pie.
Yeah.
And it makes me, like, want to place a new order every week. But we still love it. And, like, I just try not to place an order all the time.
I haven't had, like, new stuff in a little bit.
Yeah, new stuff that we want to, there's that new serum that looks pretty good. But it's not, it's one of the more expensive products for them. But they just came out with new shades of their lip oil for summer.
Yes, which we love.
They're like a shimmering.
Well, they had one last year.
Yeah, they had one last year that looked, it was, the one last year, if I remember, was like a deeper bronze.
Oh, it wasn't the same shade?
No, I
thought they
think
just
so.
extended the range.
This looks lighter than the one I remember from last year, unless I'm remembering wrong. And then they came out with like a shimmering peach this year.
Yeah, I want the bronze.
Yeah, me too. I want the bronze too. You guys know we're not like peach people.
Yeah.
We're not even really shimmering lip product people, but that's like our favorite.
We're not even gloss people, but
yeah,
this product
Beauty
is
Pie product. And it looks like a really subtle shimmer. So I honestly will probably place an order today.
Me too. And the candle, I really am interested in the candle.
Same. And then they also launched, if anyone's tried this, I'm actually really curious, but a waterproof mascara.
Yeah, I saw that.
Usually I stay away from waterproof, obviously. I think we all do. Because they can like
I
be pretty
think
damaging.
People that say that they have lashes that curl downwards,
That's true.
use waterproof.
That's true. But I know they can be like pretty damaging. But they also launched, which I think is so smart, a bi-face waterproof makeup remover. Beauty Pie did. So that you can buy both because they said it like works really well to remove their mascara. And I read the reviews and the mascara is getting like incredible reviews, but the only thing...
It's a molded one, right?
No, it looks like fiber. The only thing is that like multiple people said it was really hard to remove if you don't buy the remover. So I'm a little confused by that because I feel like any oil-based remover should just remove it. But
yeah,
regardless, after reading that, I'm like, oh, the remover's only $10, so maybe I would just pick it up. Because I'm really curious. I don't really have a problem with my lashes holding a curl, thankfully. But you guys know I've talked multiple times about how every mascara smudges on me. So I think that I'm like super curious about it. So I honestly will probably order those as well. So yeah, thinking about placing that order today.
Now that I have, you can see the contour of the Beauty Pie is really, really subtle.
Oh yeah, I just used the Beauty Pie highlighter wand, our favorite product.
I'm going in with the Jaclyn Cosmetics powder that I've been talking about. This one is just pretty luminous, and so since I'm trying to do like a summery look here, I thought I would use this powder, even though, like I said, I did repurchase the Kosas powder because it's just like my favorite. But I do love this. I think it's good to have like a pressed powder. Easy, like I can't travel with this because it's so bulky, but I've on like a day-to-day basis I've been using this because I just like the glow that it gives. I tried to pull out different bronzer in my collection to use, but I really don't have like any powder bronzers anymore besides this one and the Ilia, but I just have to use the Victoria Beckham. It's like my go-to and I can't stray. I did used to love the Too Faced Sweethearts bronzer. Do you guys still make that? Okay, this is my story. When Kathleen Lights made that popular, made that product super popular, so I bought it back in like, when was that even? Like maybe like 2016, I don't even know. Or 17.
Yeah, and I still have it, and I went to go use it like a few days ago. I'm like, I should not use this, it's so old. So I went to go repurchase it because I remember it being pretty cheap for a baked product. Like I was always impressed by the price.
I'm pretty sure they discontinued that years ago.
No, they didn't, because I remember it being at Sephora, I swear, like a year ago. And at the time I was like, oh, maybe I should buy that just in case they ever discontinue it. It didn't do it, and then I went to go order it and now it's discontinued. So pretty bummed about that. Like I said, I still have it.
There are a few bronzers I'm curious about. One being the Cosmetics new like corset bronzer.
Yes.
That looks really nice for a matte bronzer.
The like second shade in, would you say?
Yeah, the second shade in is the one I have my eye on. I'm also curious about, who was it? Well, the cream bronzers. I really want to try Charlotte Tilbury, but it's expensive, and you guys know how I feel about their products. I feel like the packaging is always way too cheap for
the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk blush is still like
the House Labs bronzer I'm curious about.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, they just relaunched
the new one on Sephora. Yeah. And then the Charlotte Tilbury, that one I'm curious about as well.
That Makeup by Mario product, the powder one, makes me curious because it has that shimmering strip, so I think it would be really pretty. But I don't know how pigmented it is on its own because all the videos I've seen are just using it over his other cream product.
Yeah.
So I'm curious how it looks on its own.
I don't think it'd be enough for me. But Them Cosmetics is like top of my list. I just haven't heard anyone talk about it.
Yeah.
I'm going to use the, what is this? Nabla Skin Bronzing Powder. I have the shade Soft Revenge. I saw Jen Phelps talked about, she does like so many dupes videos, and she was talking about how, well, I think that she said this was a dupe for the Bare Minerals Invisible Bronzer that I love, which you guys, I really think that is like starting to go bad. Like I know it's expired, but it's starting to perform like more dry, and I'm so sad because like that just means then I'll never be able to use it again.
Speaking of bronzers, the other one I always wanted was that Becca one that Alana loved. That had like the shimmering in it. That's why the Mario intrigued me.
Yeah.
But they also discontinued that one after like a year. It was so weird. Yes. I forgot I was using a cream blush today, but I think it'll be fine over that powder bronzer. I'm going to use the Cosmetics Venetian Rose So Soft stick. So I love the So Soft sticks, but by far the most used one for me is Terra. And the blush is, oh my god, what's the blush I use? I can't think of it right now. It's the like neutral nudie one, of course. But like I said, I'm trying to use like more pinks today. So I thought Venetian
Rose.
Pink blush too. Yeah, I thought Venetian Rose would be pretty. And it's really not like, there's another pink. There's two other pinks in this range. I could never wear. This one's more of like a pinky mauve sort of situation. So this is something I could use. So trying to get out of my comfort zone because I usually don't even use colors like this. But I thought it'd be pretty.
What I was saying about this bronzer, and I'm pretty sure Jen said this was a dupe for the Invisible Bronzer, since you can't get that one anymore. And I've had this for like years. This is also probably expired, but it's still performing fine and it seems fine.
Oh man, I should have put this on over the, or under the powder. It's okay.
Anywho, this I do love, just not as much as the Invisible Bronzer, but I think it's a good alternative. But then she was talking about the Revlon Skin Lights bronzer that I've seen a few people talk about and rave about, and she said that, or no, maybe it was, she said that was a dupe for the Invisible Bronzer, so I bought it from Target. And it took a while to get in. I ordered it online, they didn't have it in store. And then she did a follow-up video saying it was actually more similar to this powder than the Invisible Bronzer. And so I was like, well, I have both of those, so I don't know if I need the Revlon. And then I ended up not really liking it. I felt like it kind of like, it didn't hold its pigment as nice, and it was a really soft powder, but I didn't love the color. It kind of like blended away, like it didn't really stay where I put it. I don't know, I didn't love it, and so many people rave about it, but I feel like the Invisible Bronzer is still my favorite, but this is a really good alternative, and I actually love the color of this Soft Revenge. It's like a really nice neutral bronze.
I have used this blush before. I don't remember it pulling so red, and I'm honestly really kind of bummed because I'm doing like a cool toned eye and I almost want to start over, but I can't.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Does it look weird on me?
No, it's fine. I mean, it doesn't look like something you'd wear, but that's probably like we're going outside of our comfort zone. I had to talk about this blush. I've had this for a while. I don't have all the shades. There's one more Burt's Bees blush shade. It's like a deeper shade that I haven't gotten my hands on yet, but I had the peach shade, Toasted Cinnamon I actually just repurchased because mine was really old and I do love that blush. And then Shy Pink was the last one that I picked up probably like a year ago, and I kind of just like never reached for it, but you know how like the baby pink blush is like in right now? So I started using this last week and I love this blush. The color is so pretty for like a cool toned pink shade, and I've just really been loving it, and this is like $10 at Target.
Okay. I'm not going to use that blush again. I don't know why it pulls so red on me. It's like a, I just think I'm gonna have to change my eye look, unfortunately, but it is what it is. I'm just gonna have to go in with a one shade like I usually do. It's okay. I was going to do a look.
You should do a look.
Ugh, I just feel
We're
like
just going to get
so
coffee.
weird. I
guess that's true.
Isn't this pretty? Yeah, that's really pretty. Guys, our dog always gets into, here, I'll show you Terry. Tear Bear, he's the cutest.
Messy guy.
But he always gets into stuff outside, and we were just looking at his head and we're like, what did you get into? Like every plant he just finds to get into.
He's a good boy. He loves swimming with us. Okay, before I do eyes, I'm just gonna do my eyebrows. This is literally what I do every time. The CoverGirl brow pencil. Oh, and then I'm actually using, I ran out of the Patrick Ta brow lamination, so I went back to the ABH Brow Freeze, and I actually do really love this.
Yeah, that looks nice.
I'm kind of glad I went back to it.
And what, you can come on my lap, bud. Come here. Okay. Oh, you know when we said we were gonna film? This just popped in my head. Like best summer reads video.
I don't remember ever speaking of this.
I sent you that girl on YouTube that did the like recommended summer reading list, and I was like, we should film a video like this.
Okay, maybe we should do it on TikTok though.
Yeah,
I think maybe
I
our
was
book
just gonna
content. You guys let us know down below, but would you rather see book content on TikTok, because we've transitioned to doing like
or
our
reels, like keep saying.
Yeah, but reels you're just limited to a minute. That's why it's hard.
Oh, that is
like,
true.
For our snack reviews, we can't like get them down to a minute, and so we've been putting those on TikTok, even though we have like no following over there, but it's kind of like the only platform that makes sense. And then we did that book video here on YouTube, and a few of you really liked it, but I'm just wondering if like TikTok makes more sense.
Maybe we try that then. I
Yeah.
wanted to bring it up because I was just in my head thinking about all the like, I feel like there's a lot of books we haven't read that are like your typical summer reads, but there's a lot we have.
When it comes winter time, I have a whole Goodreads bookshelf on like holiday reads.
Oh, really?
So we can definitely do that.
Yeah, but I feel like people read in the summer. People have
No,
more
they
time.
do. I just don't. I don't know. I definitely have recommendations
Yeah.
on some summer reading material. I just am really passionate about holiday
Yeah.
reads.
So to fix the situation, I'm putting Pat McGrath Flirtatious on top. Hopefully that kind of like neutralizes it. And then I just switched to my eyeshadow palette I was going to use, because I was going to use the Dior Soft Cashmere palette, because I haven't really used that too much on camera, and I wanted to like do a look with it. I haven't even really been able to do like a look because we haven't gone anywhere really.
Yeah.
So I was excited to do that today, but it's okay. I just think it would have clashed with the cheeks. So I'm going to use the Patrick Ta Major Dimension 2 palette instead.
I'm using it too because I just felt like it goes with my
Yeah, Britta
pink
was
blush.
already going to use it, so I was trying to use something different, but it is what it is. Let's just go with it. Setting with the Kosas powder.
One thing I noticed about the Brow Freeze versus the Patrick Ta, because maybe there are some questions there, like this is obviously a thicker formula, so I just take like a little bit on the spoolie and press it in.
Which one's thicker?
This. It's like, I mean, look at how thick it is.
Oh yeah.
But I do think the hold is better on this, and I don't know, I almost feel like I prefer it. And I was on the Patrick Ta for so long. Maybe this one I feel like it allows my brows to still be fluffy. Like, do you see this? Where I feel like the Patrick Ta, when I go in with it, I have to go in with a spoolie because it deposits so much product. And then when I do that, it kind of like cements them, and it does have a nice hold, but this one just looks better in my brows maybe.
I'll have to try that.
I'm like, it's
It's
good. And
But I have a new tube of the Patrick Ta, so I'm using that today. It does get goopy towards the end, I will say.
yeah, mine was getting super goopy, and then I'm like, well, I should probably just stop using it. And this, like, I have so much left, and I was using this only this before.
I do
the
think it would
Patrick.
last a really long time.
Yeah.
Like longer.
Yeah.
I'm setting,
back
or
on my train.
not setting, I can't think today. I'm priming my eyes with the MAC Soft Ochre paint pot because, as stated, it's very hot out today.
I'm gonna go in with the Groundwork paint pot.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I love these paint pots because they're the only thing that doesn't crease on me. But for some reason, this soft ochre one irritates my eyes a little bit. Which I remember when the Tom Ford came out with those cream color, like matte eyeshadows, and people were like, oh, this is the same formula as the matte paint pots, like they have the same ingredient list. And a lot of people had said that those irritated their eyes. And I had tried that once, and it didn't irritate my eyes. But I just think it's weird that the Groundwork has never irritated my eyes, but the soft ochre one does, but it's the same product, so.
Different pigments probably though.
Yeah, but like this one should have less. It's just
Yeah,
like
that's
a
true.
nude. Like I assume it just has titanium and dioxide. I don't
Yeah.
know. But
Well, why don't you use this one?
because I feel like these will pop more
okay.
on this base. But it doesn't irritate my eyes so much. Like I just notice like a little redness when I wash it off more than Groundwork. just wanted to call it out. I thought it was weird. But yeah, these paint palettes are so good. MAC products have really stuck around for me. Like
The lipsticks and the lip liners are like everything
Yeah.
to me. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the shade, the second shade in. What is this called? I'm not even gonna try. This is not for me to line them up. But basically the second shade in from the right.
it's Amore.
Okay.
Maybe I'll do that
too.
too.
Of course.
Because that light pink is really light.
Yeah.
This mirror is the best.
Yeah, the mirror's really good. Good for travel. I travel with the first major dimension palette a lot because I've talked about this before. I prefer that one. I prefer the shades in it. But this I haven't used as much. And like I said, I went with the pinky blush, so I'm like, I'll go with the more rosy tones. I feel like it's a little bit more summery.
I think so too. I think
And
it's
just
like
like
a
a
perfect
neutral
summer palette. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's not like, I know a lot of people think of summer palettes. Oh, you know what I noticed? With this Botox, it's harder to get into my crease because I can't like
Shouldn't it
lift.
be easier?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm finding it harder to lift my eyebrows. This is the first time I've experienced this.
I
though.
told you that last week and you made fun of me.
Well, I was just like, really?
But I
because Britta's, they didn't do too much with her brows because she naturally has like a very lifted, like, oh my god, this looks so bad. I'm doing such a bad job.
Yeah,
What
my
did I do
brows-
wrong?
You know, that's fine.
Oh my god, I like can't get in there as much as
What?
normal.
Come on, it's not that bad. Like, I can even lift mine. Well, actually, I should say, I'm really liking how my forehead is looking. That was my main concern, like, when we went. Like, obviously, we talked about this in the vlog last week, so sorry to be redundant if you watched
I think
that.
it would help people though. I saw Rudy Berry, who we follow on TikTok and YouTube, and I think she's on YouTube, right? Yeah. And Instagram, and she also just got Botox for the first time, and her talking about her experience really helped me because I was really nervous.
I was
So-
nervous.
I was
Not
nervous.
going with that third
I wasn't
shade.
nervous for. I don't have a thing against needles, but we learned from the girl that did ours that a lot of people do.
Yeah, which is so funny. I was like, why
Yeah.
would they do that
I
then?
know.
Like, I just wouldn't do it if I'm scared
if
of
you're
needles.
like really petrified. And she said a lot of people come in and they're so scared, and they like almost pass out
So
from
silly.
it. Yeah, but anyway, I wasn't scared of the actual process. I was scared that it was going to look unnatural, and that's like I don't want to
I
look
knew
like
that. So we went to Brianna
Wheeler?
Wheeler, and we loved her. Like, immediately
loved her personality.
She's a Gemini.
Yes.
So we meshed with her super well. Her office was super cute. Her staff was amazing. We had like followed her on Instagram for a while, and our best friend who lives in Indiana is like all about like services, and she's been getting Botox for a while, and she follows Brianna, and she's like, yeah, she's like my dream injector, like you guys should go to her. And from what we understood, the price wasn't like crazy.
Yeah.
It was expensive. It's expensive.
Yeah.
That's a huge reason why we haven't done it.
Yeah. Honestly, probably like the main reason.
Yeah, the main reason. But immediately, like, I felt like that she wasn't just trying to do, she's just
Very
I'm going in with
conservative.
this middle shade all over my lid. She basically just asked like what our main concerns were, and like for me, mine was my forehead lines. They're prominent when my face is resting, and I wanted those to look less prominent, and I feel like so far they do. And we still have one more week until she said you'll like notice the full results, right?
Yeah, like we said, we just got it a week ago
Yesterday, and she said that like you'll be like your peak sort of like
I don't want to say taut.
Yeah.
But that's like how I picture it. Like your peak, like
the most extreme it's gonna look in another week, so 2 weeks.
and I don't even feel like, I mean, so far,
I feel like my face looks pretty much the same.
same. I think she did,
She also said, which this makes a lot of sense, she said, like, I'd rather go light and then have you come back in a few weeks.
Yeah.
Than do too much. And like even Britta was like, oh, are you sure I shouldn't like do a few more? And she was like, no, really, like trust me.
Yeah.
And I really appreciated that because like, yes, sometimes it's hard to like get away and go back, but I'd much rather have it look like this and like very natural. She said people come to see her from like all over, and she's
Yeah.
in the valley, like kind of like the deep valley. And you guys know I usually don't drive on the freeway, but I drove. And it only took us like 30 minutes, so it wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad at all. At all.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she said people come from very far, which I can only imagine.
Yeah.
She's really so good.
Yeah. And
We'll
so
leave her info down below because we were so impressed.
we loved her so much. And so we did mainly like units on my forehead. And she did say like she could tell like this eyebrow lifts more. And she was like, do you want me to fix that? Like, is that something that bothers you? And I said, no, like my face has always been like that. It just does that. So I didn't want to like invest the money. Like she did one more unit over here to try to balance it out slightly, but I still feel like my face moves pretty much the same. And then I only did a few units by my eyes, and I haven't really noticed a difference there yet. We'll see. But so far my forehead is looking good.
Yeah, mine too. So my biggest things were, which you can probably, if you watch our videos actually, you probably can tell that differences more than we can.
Yeah, but don't let us know because I'll feel bad.
No, but I was gonna say, like my eyebrows have always been very like just like straight across. I don't really have like any arch. I never really even when I speak like talk with them.
Yeah.
So I didn't want them arched, but I wanted like a slight lift just because I've gotten older. Because they're so straight across, I feel like they've dipped a bit. So she said that they like lift from like the outside a little bit. And then I also have some forehead lines. And then she said, she like looked at my eyes and was like, I don't think you need any by your eyes. Like you don't really have very many wrinkles there. And I really appreciated the honesty because I had never previously thought about my eyes until we were talking about it before we left. And Britta's like, yeah, I'm going to get some by my eyes. And I was like, what? Like I've never thought about that.
Yeah, I really just wanted to target like this area.
Yeah.
Maybe it is actually looking a little better. It's hard.
Yeah.
It was very minimal, so it's like kind of hard to tell.
Yeah, so, but what we're getting at is so far we really like it. And like we said, we'd rather have it look natural than not natural. So, I'm really happy so far, but excited to see like if it starts to look, I don't know, like more, like I want it to be slightly more, like I want my lines to be gone on my forehead.
Yeah, exactly. Me too.
And
Mine are definitely diminished, but they're not gone.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that's because it's only been a week, that in a week we'll be like perfectly happy. But if not, like we said, she said just come back. So
yeah,
no worries there. And we really had a good experience. And it was so quick.
it was really quick. I mean, we were just chatting. That's what took up most of
Yeah,
the
we
time.
chatted a lot, but like typically I think we would have been out of there sooner. But like we said, we loved her, so I was happy to chat.
And we should mention, we've been waiting months for this. Like, she books out like months in advance.
Oh yeah, that's a good thing to mention.
So if you're interested, book now.
That's the other thing is I think that when she said like we could come back, that they like
she did say, she's like, you don't have to make an appointment.
Yeah, like they make room in the schedule.
Yeah.
So that's something else, because that was another thing. I was like, oh wow, you know, like we have a busy schedule, and then she obviously has a busy schedule. Like, how does that work? But
yeah.
She explained it like that. So
I just went in with the second shade in Affair. It's like that pinky one. I don't really think I've used it before, and it does actually match my cheeks really well.
Oh, that's my favorite one in the whole palette.
Oh,
I love
it. It's really pretty.
Affair?
I don't know, Carly. You tell me.
It's a romance.
Okay, I don't know.
It's not that hard.
It is for me. I can't put two and two together. And I'm just gonna use the Ilia on my inner corner, as always.
I really love this palette. Me and Britta were talking about this a while ago when we first got this, and I was like, I like it more than the original palette, and she likes the original one more, but
I like the original. I like the formula of this one more.
Mm-hmm.
The mattes are a little bit smoother, I think.
I'm actually gonna go in, well maybe not. I was gonna be crazy and use the middle one because it's like duochrome and like so fun for summer.
Well, use it. I was gonna use that one too, but then I was like, oh, this pink matches my blush.
But it is like so duochrome gold.
Come on.
Maybe this one.
Do it. That one matches your blush.
Oh, don't say that.
Oh.
Well, why? I don't know. I really like that shade you use. It's my favorite one.
Do something else though.
Okay. Okay, I'll do it. I'm gonna be fun. I'm gonna use this top middle shade. That's like a duochrome. So that would be Lust. Going in. Just with my finger, I think should be fine.
When it shifts pink, it's really pretty. I just don't typically love duochromes, but sometimes they're nice though.
Yeah,
I've realized as of late I've been
today.
purchasing more like single shadows. Like they got all those ColourPop ones, And I really love using just like a matte in the crease and like a shade on the lid.
That's what I always do, and you always are like, you should do something different.
Well, yeah, on these videos, you should do something different.
That's
I don't
true.
care what you do in everyday life.
Oh, this is so pretty. This is really pretty. It actually, on the eyes, I think maybe because I put that purple down, but like, I feel like it's not really shifting gold. It just shifts pink. I'm really putting this on haphazardly, though. I think I should have been a little more precise, but it's too late.
Oh, by the way, you guys.
Look how pretty. I love that. That's the one I've been using, I feel.
The middle?
Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe this one is the one I've been using. Yeah, that's more of like a champagne.
Yeah.
They all have really beautiful pearls.
Yeah.
This is really
I feel like we need to tell you this, so you guys know how we go to like Arrowhead every year for Thanksgiving. Best trip of the whole year.
If you watch there's 2 vlogs up.
That's like what started our vlogs, is because we vlogged that first trip. We go with our best friend Alyssa and her husband Max, and she was just here visiting recently. Well, they were both here visiting recently. We talked about that. When did we talk about that? In some video.
Maybe our last get ready. We've been doing a lot of these.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think
no, I think we have. I was just cleaning off my desktop, and I, for some reason, always edit our get ready with.
I don't know, it just like happens that way.
Yeah.
Well, I always end up editing the vlogs.
Well, now I did for like 2 years.
Okay, that's drama. Anyway,
I'm using the Beauty Pie mascara. I still really like this.
While they were here, we were like, we need to book our Airbnb for Thanksgiving, and a lot of them. I don't want to say they like were sold out. They were marked as unavailable because I think that the owners like don't know if they were going to be using the house
because it's quite far from Thanksgiving now.
Yeah, and so that was what I thought. So there was one that was like our dream Airbnb. Like everything about it fell in love immediately, and it said unavailable. But I was like, I'm just gonna message them because they probably just haven't opened it up yet. In short, so I DM'd them on Instagram. They also have an Instagram for this property, or the 2 properties that they own. It's a couple that lives in LA, and they were like, oh yeah, like we usually don't open up that weekend until July, but like we'll make it available for you. And so we immediately booked it, and they were so nice. Like it said, this is another tip I guess with Airbnb. We have small dogs. I don't know if it's different with if you have big dogs or like dogs that shed,
which is unfortunate.
Yeah, but if it says like no pets, usually if we message them, like explain like our dogs are both around 10 pounds, they don't shed, they'll usually make an exception and just like charge like a pet fee.
But not all the time, because we were turned down last year for one cabin.
Yeah, not all the time, but most of the time it's like never been an issue. So I wouldn't let that deter you if you find something you really like and you have a small dog that you want to bring.
But I would be honest, because we always try to put ourselves in their shoes. Like if we just didn't tell them we had a dog and then something happened,
yeah, exactly,
that wouldn't be good. So
yeah, we want to be honest, obviously. So we've usually had no problems with it, and they were so kind and said like they wouldn't even charge a pet fee, which is so nice. It's like never happened before. And I guess I could link it. Well, maybe I won't link it until after we go.
Yeah,
I'll link it in that vlog. But we are so excited.
And can I use a Q-tip?
Yeah. And it's just like always on my mind now. I mean, every year I like look forward to this
What
trip.
day is it even? I'm like losing track of time.
What day is it
June
on?
11th. No, I'm saying what day is it even?
Oh, I was going to say it's like
always on Thursday. So we're like pretty far away, but I'm so excited too. Oh my god, I dropped the Q-tip down my shirt.
Oh my gosh. We're like 5 months away, right?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Not like, I mean, it's far, but not super far.
Yeah, but I like this year. I don't want it to fly by that fast.
Yeah, I'm having a good year too. We are making some good strides with clean coats. We're moving and grooving. Things are happening. So I think that the end of this year will actually be quite busy.
I think so too. We're also working on, I don't know if I want to say this yet. Maybe I will. Putting our rollerballs on Amazon.
Oh yeah. I didn't know what you were gonna say. I was like, what are we working on? What else are we working on?
Well, I feel like we're always working on so much.
Yeah,
it's absurd. Yeah, honestly. But for Dyad, our candles, as we've discussed many times, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but they're so heavy, they're so expensive to ship. And even though Amazon has like really good rates, it honestly would be cheaper than shipping our orders to our customers, but shipping them to Amazon would be expensive.
Yeah.
So we're just putting our perfume oil roller balls on Amazon. So once that's set up, we will link them below, so you can if you so choose to want to buy them on Amazon.
Yeah.
Do that.
But feel free to buy them from us too.
Yeah.
We love them. We need to, it's kind of hard, it's been hard to balance clean coats and diet with our jobs.
Yeah.
And since clean coats were like at the finish line, we have our artwork pretty much finalized for the bottle. Formula's done. POs have been placed. So that's kind of like now, like next steps for clean coats would be like doing the website, setting up like the photo shoot and the marketing of it all. And it's like hard when you're trying to launch a brand and then focusing on diet. Like we haven't really been able to focus on newness.
Yeah,
but we will say, if you guys want a dusk and dawn candle, we think that we could launch that soon.
Yeah.
If that's something you would be interested in, because we actually really like it, like testing it, but it's so hard to know what everyone wants, what everyone's interested in.
Yeah.
I love this Revlon mascara. I didn't even say what I was using. The Revlon So Fierce. I love it, but it is like, it's one of those formulas that's not really dry at all. It's a pretty like sticky formula. So when it gets on your lids, it's, even if you let it like sit, it doesn't really matter. It's just like impossible to get off your lid. So I always have to go back in with eyeshadow, which is fine, but just keep that in mind. But it's so pretty, and like obviously you can tell it adds volume and separation, which is what I'm looking for.
Going in with the Patrick Ta Brow Illumination Gel, as stated.
A fresh tube, and it's so much less sticky.
Yeah, at the beginning.
It gets really sticky.
Yeah, which these products are hard to formulate because everyone wants like that laminated look, but like in the convenience of a brush applicator like this, like instead of the brow wax, or not the brow wax, the what is it called?
The brow freeze. Yeah. But I mean, coming from someone who's used both, I don't mind, like I said, I really love the way the brow freeze looks, and I buy these spoolie, like I use this spoolie regardless. I use it with that and with this.
I actually can just go in with the applicator.
You have way more brow hairs than me.
Yeah.
Mine, like I really need to use the small amount and then like push it throughout the brow. Otherwise, it's too much. Okay, I really like this eye look. I like this whole look.
I like mine too.
Super glowy.
I
feel like I'm just sweating because it's hot.
I know, I'm sorry for being so drama about my blush. It looks fine.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
Well, it just looked like really red when I first applied it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it looked like that on camera, but it definitely looked like that.
I said it looked pretty. You kind of ignored it, but.
Going with the Victoria Beckham
Same.
02.
I'm gonna use this too.
Wait! I had a different lip liner. I have too much on my table. Going in with the Kier Weiss Rose. Like I said,
I didn't know you had that one. I use Saturate so much.
I don't know where that went. I had to, I like recently got a new purse and I like transferred everything and I'm missing Saturate and what's our favorite MAC lip liner?
Strip Down.
Yeah, I don't know where it went. I have to.
You think they were in your purse?
Yeah, I keep lip liner in my purse quite often, but
I do if I'm using it, but I usually take it out.
I'll find them. But this is Kier Weiss Rose because, like I said, I want to do a pink lip, and I think this might be like a dupe for Pillow Talk. I don't know. It looks like that same color.
Maybe more pink. This is pretty pink. 02 on, and then this is like the only pinky nude that I really like. The Urban Decay What's Your Sign lipstick, or it's like a mauve nude, I guess I should say. So I thought it would go with the look.
Oh my god, maybe I'll just wear this, but no, I want to go in with the lipstick I intended.
Then I wish that they would extend this line. This matte is one of my favorite matte formulas.
I know. I'm going in with Merit Millennial. I thought it matched. It's just slightly warmer than that Kier Weiss lip liner, which is more cool tone. But
I like to pair cool tone and warm tone.
Yeah, and it's like slightly warmer. Like this, I would say is a neutral pink.
Yeah.
But the lip liner is like cool tone. I love this. I love this combo. I usually hate pink lips. I really like this.
Yeah, this one is pretty pink as well, but I like it too.
Yeah, it looks good.
And then this looks really pretty with my eyes.
So I'm happy how this turned out. I was such a baby of that blush. But if I would go back, I would just use the Pat McGrath instead of the M on my cheeks. So it wasn't so bright, and I had to like really tone it down. But it looks good.
Yeah, cute. I know. I feel bad like we aren't using new products. Hopefully you guys don't care.
This palette is pretty new.
Yeah, that's probably just new, and I guess, I don't know if either of us have used it on camera.
Oh yeah, I haven't.
I haven't either.
Oh, okay.
So that works.
Oh, maybe I did. Maybe I did use that shade once. Maybe not though. I don't even remember.
But if there's one takeaway from this video, go get that Burst Bees Shy Pink blush. You won't regret it. It's so affordable. It's a matte formula, but it's really soft and almost has like a luminosity, not luminosity, a sheen. It almost has like a sheen to it, which I really love in a matte blush. Because I don't even know, did I even put highlighter on top? I don't think I did. I think I forgot. I brought the Beauty Pie one out here, but I don't think I put highlighter on top.
I used a tiny bit of Beauty Pie,
And
but
it's like-
just because, like I said, it's going to be hot today.
Yeah, and this is like very luminous. I think it also is like the Hollywood Flawless filter coming through.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let us know what you want to see next. What should we film next? We
need content ideas.
We do. We need ideas. We're in a rut. So please let us know what you guys want to see from us. And also, to back up our other previous question, let us know where you want us to talk books, because you guys always tell us here like, oh, I love when you give book recommendations, but then like we posted that book video and it didn't do great.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Like I think the feedback was good for those of you that watched it, so thank you so much. But overall, we don't know if like YouTube is the best place for it, so please let us know.